Every planet, every asset, and every team have a lot of story as we know all the time in our podcast. This is me, Ahmed Sharif. So today we'll listen for some stories from Christophe. Christophe is one of the famous person in the AI technology, to be honest, and they have a lot of implementation and a lot of valuable insights in this area. So today we will see these insights about the AI and the AI relationship between the digitalization and how we can use AI as a case study. So, Christophe, first of all, I need to welcome you in our podcast today. So, I'm
Thank you very
really
much.
appreciate your acceptance to this opportunity. I'm really appreciate that. Can you firstly introduce yourself and then we can start our podcast,
Yeah,
please? Yeah,
sure. It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
thank you.
My name is Christoph. I'm one of the co-founders of Deeplify. And at Deeplify, we built AI-based inspection software
Okay.
specifically for asset owners and NDT service companies to really fully digitalize the inspection process
Okay.
and also ultimately improve inspection quality.
Yeah. What's about the background? Because I think your
Yeah,
audience. Yeah,
sure.
I need that to be clarified
Yeah.
enough for them.
Yeah, sure. Let me talk a bit about Deeplify. We are about 2.5 years in the market, so we are quite a new face in the
Yeah.
market. We started originally out as a data science agency.
Very good.
So I have two co-founders coming from the technical side, Jan
Very good. Yeah,
having a physics background, but then quickly moved to data analytics and
Yeah.
AI. And then we have Felix on board, who is our technical lead, who has a background in AI and robotics, and also spent the last 5 years working on AI
Yeah.
systems.
You are based in Germany, right?
We are based in Germany,
Yeah.
correct. Active mainly also in Europe for now.
Very good.
And
Amazing.
yeah, I think that it was more or less by coincidence. I think it's many times when you start a company, you have an idea in mind, and
Yeah.
then it was really through working with the customers where we discovered NDT.
Yeah.
And then
So we will talk about this today a lot, inshallah.
Yes.
So I just need to know also the previous experience, which is I think it's a very big company. You are already working before Deeplify. What about your experience and what's the company that you're already coming from
Yeah.
as a background experience?
Yeah, sure. So I myself, I have a background working for BP.
Yeah, very good. Amazing.
So I used to
huge
work there for
company.
more than a decade, but at some point decided, okay, it's time to start my own business.
Yeah.
And then luckily through Jan and Felix, I found my two co-founders.
Yeah.
And they were already active with the data science agency, so working on that topic. So I then jumped in, and then together we built a product.
Perfect. Today we need to know more about the AI and failure detection and what is the impact of failure detection by using AI and entities, and what is the effect of that on the inspection cost and time.
Yeah.
Do you have any insights or
Sure.
case study about that? Can you help us about this
Sure,
to clarify
happy to
that?
talk. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
So we see two prime use cases, and that's the one we've been also working on a lot. So one is in RT profilometer, so in on-stream inspection for RT, really measuring
Very
wall
good.
thickness measurements. And traditionally, that has been done by the inspector, mostly manual. So you really look at the RT image, really trying to find the thinnest wall.
Yeah, very good.
And then
Amazing.
take with the conventional tools, the wall thickness algorithm, trying to measure the thinnest point.
Yeah.
And then also, once you have found them, you tweak a little bit, really making sure it's the thinnest point.
Yeah.
Then you need to attach it to the right measurement configuration. So depending on what operator you're working with, they have different requirements. But then really, once that is done, you report fully manual, so you have your template and you
Yeah.
transfer the
Yeah, yeah.
values. So what AI really is doing, it is helping the inspector to first identify the wall segments. So the AI was trained to identify the wall thickness segments, and then it is taking the wall thickness measurements across all the walls
Yeah.
to really identify the thinnest point. And then only the inspector needs to validate. And once it's validated, you can then fully report digitally. So that is of course, an increasement in efficiency and also consistency. Because
Yeah.
if you look at it from a perspective, you have 5 different inspectors, they all do it slightly different, so that way you really increase the efficiency and the consistency.
Yeah.
The second one really is around RT, weld inspection. RT,
Yeah.
weld inspection. So it's a prime use case. It's been talked about a lot.
Yes.
And typically, again, it's an assistant tool, right? So every step the inspector is performing today, starting from the image quality, checking for film artifacts, then checking the IQI assessment, right? Then finding the defects, evaluating the defects against the different acceptance criteria per standard, right?
Yeah, yeah.
All those steps are supported by AI. And depending on the
So
level
I think
of
the
how you
time
train
now
it,
is hugely decreased, by the way, or aggressively decreased.
yeah.
I think that. So this is a power of AI in this point.
So what we see in practice really is that AI plus human outperforms in all cases the human-only inspection. So you really increase efficiency and consistency
Yeah.
around RT weld inspection.
Yeah, very good. So this is a very good insights about these 2 case study that you handled now. But how you can see the digitizing NDT in comparison or in the workflow, let's say in the workflow of reliability team to take a right decision.
Yeah.
Can you give insights about this
Yeah,
point, because
sure.
it's a very crucial point, as you know, in practical
Yeah.
side.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's changing the game, to be
Yeah,
honest.
that's
Like
it.
once you are at the point where you have all your data digitally, and not just relying on PDF reports or Excel sheets where the insight is buried, you have all information in one place,
Yeah,
coming
it's
from the
important,
different devices, and you have it on the raw data level. So I think that is the key crucial part, that you are no longer just reliant on the inspection report, but really can go back in, if you, for example, compare 2 periods in time, 5 years and now, right? You can
Yeah.
have the side-by-side comparison, and that ultimately should give you or bring you in a better position to make really high-quality decisions.
Yeah, very good, amazing. Yes, this is very, very important point towards the digitizing. By the way, because all the time we listen to that, keyword all the time.
Yeah.
But by your mention now, it's a very good usable point, or let's say this is a practical point. You can use it to enhance your decision from 360 degree. I think decision making. By the way,
Yeah.
I think that yes.
And I believe the true power, and we may come to that as well later on, is really once you have that information, you take action on the data. And really, if you integrate your inspection system, once you have it fully digitalized and you integrate it in your wider integrity system, then that's really where the true power of AI comes in, because the information can flow from your asset management system to the inspection system, from the inspection system to your RBI system, to your maintenance system. So this taking action becomes much more fluent, and you have less of breaks in between.
Yeah. Yes, you're right, 100% about this point, because especially this is a workflow that we mentioned before in our question. So, yeah, I need to highlight this point. So I'm really thinking about this insight, by the way. Now, the challenges. We need to talk more about the challenges and how you can overcome the challenges coming from applying in the NDT technology using AI. How you can see the challenges in the market now in implementation wise, and also what's the overcome factors that I need to take care from to not happening these challenges, by the way.
Yeah, I would say 3 main points come to mind. So the first one is building the right digital infrastructure. It has been talked about a lot, but still in practice, you have lots of different contractors, you have lots of different inspection devices. And the AI can only get as good as the data it's feed to. So what you really want to make sure is that you build the right data infrastructure, really taking all the different inspection data from all the different devices and unify and harmonize them. So what we see in the market is that standards are evolving. So we are moving, and this has happened in RT already with DICOM-D,
Yeah.
but it's also other standards evolving. And what you want to define as a company is really, okay, I need to have my own specific standard, because yes, I have multiple different devices and I need to make sure these data is harmonized and unified. And once
Yeah.
that is in place, that can feed then as a data for the AI training. So
Yeah.
that's number one, building the right digital infrastructure, database really. Second point is around integrating in the wider integrity
Yeah.
software landscape you have. And I mentioned that previously because I think that's
Yeah.
really important.
Not based on just only one point in data.
Yeah.
You need to make a verification for the data from other sources, something like this.
Correct. So yes, you have many different systems in place. There won't be just one source
Yeah.
fixing it all. So really making sure once before you implementing AI in inspection, that the inspection system can talk to all your other software
Yeah.
providers.
Yeah.
So let
Clear.
me give you a really concrete example. You get an inspection order from your APM system. You analyze the data. Of course, it needs to make sure that the data is exported again, and you can do all the follow-up activities such as RBI, etc.
Yeah.
So
Perfect.
that is key. And then third point, and that I think is what many people get wrong,
Yeah.
is around treating AI as a one-off, or it's a one-off buy. So for us,
On-off.
AI, yeah, a one-off. So just
Yeah.
okay,
One-off.
it's
Yeah.
something I purchase one time and then okay, it will work from there. That's not how we see it. So we see AI really as a learning system. So you have your continuous data stream, new inspection data coming in. You have the human element validating the AI.
Yeah.
You have the AI performance monitoring, really, making sure the AI is working reliably. So for us, it's more like I would like to see more companies treating it as a skill, as really something you build within your organization,
Yeah.
where you make sure that all the inspectors can at some point be in a position to really oversee the AI systems.
Yeah.
Because I think
Yeah.
that will be a transition. Right now it's an assistance, but of course, in the future direction is clear. We're moving to a much more automated way. So that is, in our view, a skill you need to develop.
Really thank you, Christophe, about these three challenges and how you can overcome this. But from your point of view as an expert in AI, or even as an implementer by the good way, and now you have a very validated product in the market now. So how you can see the AI and the NDT technologies, or applying AI in the NDT technologies through whatever the application, through the 5 or next 10 years?
Yeah.
How you can see the future in these points?
Yeah, that's a really good question. So I think
Yeah.
the direction is clear. We see that across the market, really, we're moving to a much more end-to-end, fully digitalized and autonomous inspection process.
Yeah.
So really not just single workflows, like, okay, now the inspection analysis being performed, but also everything that follows after that, taking action on the data, planning. So that's how we see the future. And of course, the same is applied to the robotics and the hardware side as well. So robotics and hardware will evolve, will be much more present in 5 to 10
Yeah.
years from now.
Yeah.
The data analysis side, right, combined, will ultimately leave us with a much lower cost of inspection.
Yeah.
And therefore we can inspect more frequently, and that will allow us to really identify where the risk in the assets are, right?
Yeah.
So that's how I see it. In terms of just the inspection analysis, so the role of the inspector, I think I would see it slightly different.
Yeah.
There's still a lot to be done on the regulation side. So you can see, if you look at manufacturing, for example, where you only have internal codes and standards,
Yeah, yeah.
of course
Yes.
you can, and we see this, it's fully automated already.
Yeah.
But if we talk about external standards, of course, ASNT and all the norm institutes play a role.
Yeah.
So there I would see it will be a long time still, the human and the AI, so an assistant workflow.
Yeah, really?
But who knows where we end up in the future? 10 years is a long time, so I think there's
On that
potential.
field specifically, yes, it's a very
Yes.
hard question on that.
And
Honestly,
I think Sorry.
Yeah, honestly, we see through the 2 years back aggressive change on that field. So that's why, I'm agree with you. For the 10 years in AI, there is, as you mentioned, robotics maybe much involved, something like
Yeah.
this. But we don't expect, I think, from my point of view as a reliability guy, I don't expect what happening in AI through 10 years. Maybe it's coming 2 or 3 years, happening much more,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like this. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm agree with you. That's what I need to clarify.
One point I want to make, I think what helps sometimes is to look at other highly regulated industries. For example, if you look at medicine, there they have AI as well, interplay with the
Yeah.
doctor's evaluation, right? And they, for example, allowed for some certain types of cancer scans, they allowed, you only need to have 2 reviews, so
Yeah.
2 doctors looking at the data.
Yeah.
And what they now allowed is that the second review of the doctor can be replaced by AI under certain circumstances.
But this is
right?
in the medical,
That's in the
side.
medical. So I'm just
But-
wanted to make you
yeah.
aware of like how we as a whole industry, because we are still starting out, and there obviously
Yeah.
needs to be regulation in place to make sure AI is producing reliable results. You're constantly monitoring to make sure no critical things happen and you miss a defect or you take the wrong decision, right? So
That's
I'm
it.
just saying we're at the beginning, and it's us as an industry working together to really lay the foundation of what's needed in terms of certification and monitoring to get this thing right.
I'm really thank you about this very valuable insights. And for me, I take a lot of information about the workflow and what's needed as a yani, in applying AI in our NDT technologies, and how this can help the reliability team for taking some decisions and so on. So I'm really appreciate your this opportunity to come with me and join to our podcast. I'm really thank you, Christophe, and inshallah we'll meet again and again. Maybe
you,
in another
Ahmed.
country, but
It was a
we
pleasure.
don't know. Yeah,
Thanks for having
thank
me.
you, thank you very much for this valuable insights. By the way, really thank you for these episodes. I think it's full of valuable insights, as we mentioned now. See you in the next episode, inshallah. Thank you very much. Thank you, Christophe.
Thanks, Ahmed.
Thank you. Thank you.